place, Isaac. You're in the middle of a beautiful pond area.
You're right. No.
Lucille, there's Lucille.
Hi, Molly.
Hi, Aaron.
How are
Welcome
you?
to your first day.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi.
Gilda, I've been trying to be in touch with you.
I saw your messages. I've been swamped. I was just going to text you. You're going to get a text from me.
Hey, Maurice.
Oh, hold on. Let me put down my beach towel.
Ooh, by the ocean.
Yeah, it looks like he's floating over Tahiti.
There's Lucille. Hi, Lucille.
Hi, Molly. How are you, my dear?
Good. How are you?
I'm just getting into this thing a little bit.
Oh, it's addictive.
Good to see you.
Hi, Denise.
Hi, Denise.
Hi, Fawn.
Hi, Lucille.
Mm-hmm. So we're expecting Bob Almanza today. He'll be sitting in Ferry's chair. Hi, JP. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi.
Hey, Aaron.
Oh,
Hello.
good. Hi.
Hi, Eugene. Long time no see.
No, LOC, congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi, Jean.
Hi, Jean.
I have your back.
You have my back. Thank you. I think we lost Denise.
Hi, Ethan. Welcome. Nice to have you.
Hi, Ethan. Hello. Hello.
Come here, Max. I thought my son Max might get on the phone here, but here he is. Come on.
Oh, good. Oh,
Oh, wow.
how cute.
Oh, he's not wanting to be with us very long.
Denise, your mic is working now?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
we can see you.
You got it.
Yeah, you
Hi,
got it.
Denise. How are you feeling?
Fine, because they didn't do the procedure. They
Mm.
got me all the way down to Kaiser Sunset because I had a massive abscess. My husband called me the pelican. But they said because I didn't have a COVID test done yet, they forgot to get me a COVID test.
Oh, wow.
So they couldn't do it.
So I go back in. Yes, I go back again next Monday.
So, but
Wow.
is it really painful?
No, because it all went down into my throat. So all the pain went away.
Wow.
It is what it is.
Well, good. At least it doesn't hurt. Yeah.
Right. I'm eating soft foods and losing weight.
Good.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi, I seem to have the wrong background here.
Oh,
Oh,
We have Nora.
Is that a Chinese anatomy?
No. I'll explain it.
what
in a
is
moment.
that?
For an East meets West meeting, but I apparently have not taken it away.
Oh,
No, I'm not sure how to do it.
Hi, Shodi. How are you? And we have a Steve. Is that Steve Garrett or Dr. Steve Wong? I don't know. Hi, Andy.
Hey, Aaron.
How are you?
Good.
Oh, Steve Tall.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
hi,
Great.
Steve.
That better?
Yes, much
That's
better.
good.
And we have a Josie Oriana. Does anyone know who that is?
Yes, I do know who she is.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she's a guest. Hi, Josie.
Hi, Josie.
Is it
Oh,
Josie or Josie? You're muted.
I'm Josie. Thanks for asking for the
Josie,
pronunciation.
yes,
Hi, everyone.
absolutely. All right. Glad you were able to make it, Josie. Josie's a guest. She had inquired about Rotary through the district website, and she's visiting with us today. We'll learn more about her later.
great.
Welcome.
So I'm going to start the meeting about 12:10, and we can have a few minutes for fellowship. Hi, Dennis.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Fawn.
Hi. Hi, Dennis.
Andy, we had a little discussion yesterday about our finance committee. You're on it. We want your advice on what we should invest in.
I'm sorry? Missed that.
Oh, man. Oh, talk about,
But you're retired. You don't know this stuff anymore, huh?
no, no, I'm still on a bunch of other investment committees. So I keep abreast of it, but, obviously this is a unique environment. I know that's an overused word, but,
I think they either want your advice or your money. I'm not sure which.
Well, all the money that we have in Rotary Charities Endowment.
they got my money, so our money is
Okay,
half
good.
Avery's too, but it's in the state of California.
That's right. Thank
So-
you.
So,
Well, Andy, due to your good advice, we've got $570-some thousand in the field and now. And the last couple of years, we paid out, I think, 40,000 instead of 20. So it's all been great.
yeah,
Wow.
no, I'm so thrilled
Aaron.
about that endowment for the millionaire. It's just a beautiful thing in honor of a beautiful man. Great retirement.
We have Russ joining us. Hi, Russ. Mike Dreby, Gene Broadhead, Bessie. We'll get started in about 4
I
minutes.
saw Wayne Carter. Wayne Carter, where are you? Are you at Montecedro?
Can you see it?
Oh, how pretty.
I'm not so well, too much light.
Let me see.
There's Clary.
Here's Bob.
Can you see it? Okay.
There's Bob.
There's Bob. There's Bob. Say hello. Hello.
Hi, Bob.
Hello.
Hello.
We can't hear you. Yeah. Can you hear? Can you hear us?
Yes, I could. I could.
Very good.
You can take the mask off in here. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can talk to him.
All right.
Thank you, Ferry.
See you guys later.
Thank you.
This is my first time.
Yes, thank you so much.
Here. I told Dr. Yasami that I could not do it because my computer didn't work. So now I don't have a computer at all. The man from Alice's computer came and took my computer and he says, I'll set up a new one for you. I don't have it yet.
It's so nice seeing you, Bob.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So nice seeing you.
Okay. Can you really see me?
Ooh.
Hey, do I have enough light on me?
Here you are.
But I think we
We have Debbie. Hi, Debbie.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Nicole. Hi.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Debbie.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
And Judith.
Hi, Jean.
Hi.
Good way, her.
Jean, I love your video with Barbara Bice. They are so funny.
Mhm.
Well, we loved yours. You look so cute in your little hat.
Did everybody see that with Jean and Barbara? That's so funny. I love it.
I said at the beginning, take 45 or something, and that was the truth.
Oh, really?
Maybe a little exaggerated.
We have 36 attendees.
Yes, wow. That's great. Okay, I'm going to get the meeting started. The bell? Did you hear the bell? Okay. Okay. As we remember that July is transition month in the Rotary world, I call the July 6, 2020 meeting of the Rotary Club of San Marino to order. We are truly a club that
Makes a
makes a difference. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, please stand and join me in reciting the four-way test. And let me get that up on the screen. Do you all see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, first,
Is it the truth?
Second,
Is
it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Okay, at this moment, I will be calling up on Isaac for our song, Pledge and Invocation. Let me go ahead and bring up the flag. Can you all see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Isaac?
All right. Put your hand over your heart and let's all recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance
to
the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible,
with
liberty and justice for all. Okay, Aaron. I'm gonna jump to the invocation then. Almighty God, we as San Marino Rotarians are thankful and blessed as our new president, Aaron Gill, is taking on his leadership position at this extraordinary time. We ask for the courage that all Rotarians will carry on the same spirit of service above self in any circumstances. We're excited to meet and greet new Rotarians who will carry on the legacy of this club. We also remember many seasoned Rotarians who have given many years of their service to the communities. Our longtime member, Warren Weber, exemplified the Rotary ideals. Although he has departed from this world, is no longer with us, but his legacy will continue. And we ask peace and courage for the Weber family, particularly to Mary Weber, who continues to be our honorary member. Let us draw strength from you as well as from one another. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Isaac. That was beautiful. Thank you. Okay, we can all be seated. And next, we will do introduction of guests.
Okay, I'm going to take that away. Thank you, Aaron. Congratulations on your first day. You're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
It's much better than putting on a Star Wars show, for sure.
That's right.
All right. I want to welcome our visitors today. So we have a handful that I saw. First, let me introduce Josie Oriana.
Mhm.
If you want to, I think you had your camera on a moment ago. So Josie reached out to the district and is a Pasadenan. Josie, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, everyone, and thanks for having me today. Let's see, I have just graduated from UC Berkeley with my BA a little bit later than some people get it. I did have to graduate on Zoom, and so, and that's what brought me back to Pasadena was the COVID situation. And so been reinventing how I'm looking at life post graduation in this complicated world that we're in. I was studying theater and performance studies at UC Berkeley, and I had my primary focus was on playwriting. Prior to working in film and television in some various roles. And right now I feel that I'm in a temporal space, reinventing myself. And so I wanted to reach out also because of so many of the standards that are at UC Berkeley are to be in service and to help make the world a better place. And I wanted to grow my community outside of just my alumni community. And the Rotary has a lot of the same standards that UC Berkeley has for, from the research that I've done of the ways that I want to give back to the world. So that's why I'm here today. Thanks.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Nice to have you today.
Welcome, Josie.
Let me introduce, not a stranger, Mary Lou Byrne, past president at Pasadena Rotary Club. And I think you served 2 years ago, Mary Lou? Yes, okay. And I understand you're assistant governor. Tell us about your role as AG. You're probably going to speak a little bit later, but if you want to say something.
My role as AG, I was saying earlier on the chat, I feel like I have very big shoes to fill because I've taken over from your own Isaac Hung, who was AG when I was president, and he did a great job. I have my little group of 5 presidents that I'm working with. We've already had our first president's meeting, and I think it's going to be a great year. So I'm happy to see all of you. And congratulations on your first meeting, Aaron.
Thank you so much, Mary Lou. Thank you for coming today.
Nice to have you, Mary Lou.
Thanks.
And then the third guest I'm going to introduce, and you're going to hear more from him a little bit later, but this is Ethan Wang. He's a graduate of San Marino High School, and he's one of our Barth Scholarship recipients from last year. Ethan, pleasure to have you.
Thank you. I'm very honored and thankful to receive the Barth Scholarship.
Thank you.
Welcome,
All right.
Ethan.
Let me see if anybody else joined us who is a visitor.
Judith.
I'm sorry, who?
So sorry, I saw a wrong name.
Okay. I don't think I missed any other visitors.
I think that's it, yeah.
Okay, excellent.
I think that's it. Okay, thank you so much, Gilda. I appreciate it. Okay, birthdays. Fred Sears, I know he's not on the call today. He had a birthday on July 6th. And then, do we have Barbara Bice on the call? No? Okay, her birthday's today. So if you can send her a quick birthday message today. I was hoping we can maybe sing for her today, but we won't. Member anniversaries, Shodi Chow, 17 years as a San Marino Rotarian and 42 years total as a Rotarian. Congratulations, Shodi.
Oh.
Yeah. Chris Datwaller, 36 years as San Marino Rotarian. Congratulations to Chris. I know he's on the call. Dan Floyd, celebrating 13 years. Greg Johansing, 5 years. That went by quick. And we have John Jones, 2 years. I don't think he's on the call. Andrew Kindler, 2 years. That went by quick too. And Ruth Maeda, 12 years. And then lastly, we have some wedding anniversaries. On July 4th, Dennis and Liz celebrated their 44th anniversary.
Bravo.
Congratulations. And then Ken Veranda on July 7th celebrated his 49th anniversary with his wife, Winifred. So congratulations to him. Thank you. Okay. Now we'll move on to announcements. And the first announcement will come from Maurice. Maurice, if you can unmute yourself.
everyone. Thanks, Aaron, and congratulations on your opening day.
Thank
I'm
you.
sitting in Dodger Stadium in honor of your opening day.
Thank you.
I just have a real quick announcement from grad night. Hold on a second, let me just get the message. This was sent out to all the parents, and I want to thank all those who traditionally volunteer for grad night as casino dealers. Last year we had Stephanie Johnson, we had Russ, Calvin. There's a number of people, and this year we're foregoing the grad night. Hold on one second, so I can just read it real quick. Okay, so just basically saying that this is what was shared with all the parents. We're swimming in, the theme this year was Nemo. So in lieu of everything that's happening this year, it says, we are swimming in a new direction. Team Nemo is excited to announce celebrating Team Nemo Swim Home in 2021. As much as we wanted to give the class of 2020 a traditional grad night on July 31st, 2020, we are unable to do so due to public health restrictions. So now we are setting our eyes on throwing a fantastic evening for all of them next summer, and we will celebrate this class of 2020 next summer. So this will be separate from the 2021 grad night, and so I'll hold your spot for casino night from the 12 p.m. to 4 a.m. spot. I know, Russ, you're excited about that 2 to 4 a.m. spot. So thanks again for letting me be of service, and thanks for volunteering as always.
Thank you, Maurice. Just to clarify, there's going to be 2 grad nights, is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Okay. And are they both going to be on the grand scale that they normally are?
I'm not sure on the 2020 what that scale will be on, but you know, if like anything else, the parents will over deliver on that event.
Okay. And then lastly, Maurice, sorry, are you on the grad night committee, or are you chairing, or?
Yes, it's my swan song. This is it.
Okay. So you're one of the chairs?
For patron, at the patron level.
Okay.
So I'll have more information for everyone.
Okay, great.
This year. So I'm very honored to be part of this final event.
Great. Thank you, Maurice.
Thank you.
Maurice, could I thank you and everybody else who's worked on grad night? Liz and I have been out the last few weeks with these flamingos flocking, and the response from that as a fundraiser for grad night has just been excellent. So the community is still behind grad night, but this year I think it's the right decision to postpone until this time next year. It's the only decision that could be made in my judgment. But I really appreciate all the work that the grad night people do on this. It's really great for the kids and the community.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dennis. Okay, next we will call upon Stephanie Johnson. Stephanie, if you can go off of mute.
Thank you, Aaron, and congratulations on your new year. I wanted to give a little bit of an update and a plea at the same time about the Motor Classic. Since all of you know, the Motor Classic is key to our fundraising events, we really need to prioritize our efforts in trying to do some sales and marketing for the Motor Classic. So in this regard, the news is that the Motor Classic has decided to take on the responsibility of all the marketing and ticketing itself. So they're not going to delegate this responsibility to Rotary and the Humane Society to do that. So in order to do that, they've developed a sales committee, which I'm going to be a member of, and Nora Hoyos and Calvin Lowe have also agreed to be on this committee. And I'm thrilled to tell you that Lucille Norberg has agreed to join us and continue all the hard work that she's done over the years. We do need to enlist other Rotary members to be on this sales committee. And we will be kind of organizing right now and developing a whole marketing plan with the help of Aaron Weiss and the board of the Motor Classic. So I'm hoping that some of you will have some time to help us out. And we're all looking forward to making the next year's Motor Classic, making it even better than ever, and kind of making up for the loss that the virus caused this year. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you're interested in helping out, I please send me an email or give me a call. And I'm hoping that we can put a really great group of people. I know there are a lot of business people in Rotary. So if you don't have time to volunteer, perhaps you know some other contacts, people who may be interested in being sponsors. Whatever help you can give, we would certainly appreciate it. And I know Rotary can certainly do good things with the funds that we are given from this event. So thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Okay, next, Gilda has a special presentation.
Okay, so if I can ask the members of the scholarship, the BART Scholarship Committee, to please put, if you guys know how to do reactions at the bottom of your screen, there's a thumbs up. You saw it on my screen. So if you were on my committee, please put that thumbs up, because really it was the hard work of the committee that brought this together. So I want to thank the committee, Denise Wadsworth, Debbie Priester, Molly Woodford, who else? Nora, I don't think you were on my committee, but you could be next year. Okay. Anyway, so the BART Scholarship Award, this was our second year awarding the awards, and we had 2 recipients. One of the recipients is here with us today. His name is Ethan Wang. And let me read for you a little bit about him, but what you all need to know is we had 8 applicants this year from both San Marino High School and Southwestern Academy. We selected 5 that we interviewed, and 2 were recipients. And the other gal is from Southwestern. We're hoping that she will be, when she comes back from out of the country, she'll be back to visit with us. But let me share with you Ethan Wang. Ethan is not new to Rotary. He's been part of the Interact Club at the San Marino High School, and maybe previously at the middle school as well. You'll have to tell us. But he's a 2020 graduate at San Marino High School, one of the 2 recipients receiving the 2020 BART Scholarship Award. He will tell you about where he's going to go to school. The accolades that he's accomplished in his life were at the Interact Club, being event and membership coordinator. He was a finalist in the National Speech and Debate qualifying tournament. He served as VP and events coordinator of the Random Acts of Kindness Club, organized 30 club members to volunteer in the Out of Darkness 2018 Community Walk, which raised awareness and funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. He planned kindness events on campus and spread positivity. He's a National Merit Scholar finalist, receiving recognition for his PSAT score that was top 1% of students among the nation. He was one of 9 people selected from the San Marino High School. He's a National AP Scholar. He received a National AP Scholar Award. This was granted to him for receiving an average score of at least 4 on all AP exams. He interned at Ability First, helping disabled adults and children with simple tasks, as daily tasks of living. Interned at USC doing research and learning STATA, which is a statistical analysis program. He is also a cello teacher. And during the COVID, he and a couple of buddies created an app that maybe a lot of you have heard about. I'll let him tell you about it. And without further ado, Ethan Wang, tell us where you're planning to go and take it away. You have a few minutes to tell us about yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ethan Wang from San Marino High School. I'm going to Johns Hopkins University in the fall. I'm majoring in public health. Starting from when I joined the Interact Club in my freshman year of high school, I truly believe that my 4 years in this club, volunteering in various service events, has really built me into a better and stronger person and has ignited my drive to help my community. And as for my plans in the future, I plan on continuing medical research at Johns Hopkins University, and I received the Woodrow Wilson Fellowship, which is like a research grant from Johns Hopkins University, and that allows students to pursue a research topic. And my proposed project was to facilitate early cause detection of cognitive decline and dysfunction using mobile technology in nearby Baltimore neighborhoods. And over quarantine, as Mrs. Moshier said, I've been working on a project with my sister and a group of students called COVID SMS, in which we help community members stay up to date with local information and for San Marino officials to share updates.
Congratulations, Ethan. It's really a pleasure to have you. If we were at a physical meeting, we would have a big check that you could come and receive. So forgive us in this Zoom environment. We're doing things a little differently, but really well-deserved. It's a pleasure for us to give you this award, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you. I'm very honored.
Thank you, Ethan. Congratulations. And I'm a subscriber to the text notification.
Oh yeah.
Every day I get a notification of how many cases we have in LA County, in San Marino, and San Gabriel. So can you, in the chat, can you put the phone number where everyone can subscribe, and
it's
then
really
kind of give
easy.
us, tell us how to do that?
All you need to do is text your number or text your zip code to this phone number, and every day it'll just give you a local information according to that zip code. So you can just text your zip code to that number, and it'll give you a bunch of options.
Yeah, so you text it, and then you have to opt in at the initial text, right? To continue to get it every single day. And if you want to opt out, there's another instruction to do that, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, congratulations.
Text number, please.
It's 888-414-5539.
Can you put that in the chat too for anyone who missed that? Okay, all right, great. Thank you, Gilda.
Absolutely.
Okay, next week, our speaker is Rotary Peace Fellow, Florence Mayer. Thanks to Bill Payne for bringing that program to us. Always great to hear from a Rotary Peace Fellow. And also, I'd like to thank the Programs Committee chaired by JP, and including Stephanie Johnson, Bill Payne, Linda Waugh, and Greg Johansson. The program calendar is almost full from here to next spring. So they did an amazing job and working hard for the last couple of months. Thank you so much to the program committee. Okay, we will get right into it. I have quite a few slides. Let me share my screen. Can you all see that? Yes, okay. Let me present. Okay. Okay, so Rotary Club of San Marino 2020 and 2021. So this year's presidential theme is Rotary Opens Opportunities. Rotary International's president, Holger Knack's theme for 2020-2021, Rotary Opens Opportunities, asks Rotarians to create opportunities that strengthen the leadership, help put service ideas into action, and improve the lives of those in need. Rotary's 6 areas of focus. I love to read these out loud. I mean, these are great. Water and sanitation, maternal and child health, basic education and literacy, peace and conflict prevention and resolution, disease prevention and treatment, economic and community development. And we have Rotary's 7 areas of focus. Yes, we have a new area of focus as of a couple of weeks ago, supporting the environment, okay? So I just thought that was kind of exciting, supporting the environment. Okay, the Rotary Action Plan. Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. Okay, I thought I'd go over briefly what the future meetings will look like on Zoom, if that's okay with you. And as you mentioned earlier in an email last week, the 2019-2020 board voted to continue meeting on Zoom until at least the end of the first quarter, ending in September 30th. The club board would have to assess the situation going into the second quarter and keep the whole club notified if we are able to get back to normal. We can't see into the future, but it's not looking like that will be possible. We're not sure what's going to happen, but we're trying to keep an open mind about it. In the meantime, we hope that you continue to attend these meetings and enjoy the programs that JP and the programs committee have worked so hard in putting together for our club. Okay? I'm going to go over a brief timeline that I think would be great if we can follow. Obviously, this is a new medium, so we'll see how it works. So at 12 o'clock, we start the meeting. From 12 to 12:10, we have a little bit of fellowship, exchange some pleasantries. Okay, at 12:10, the official meeting will begin. We'll have the song, pledge, invocation, and four-way test. At 12:15, introduction of guests. 12:25 to 12:45 is announcements, and during the announcement section, I would love to fill it with time with normal announcements we always have. Additionally, it'd be nice if committee chairs notify our members of any upcoming meetings. I think this gives some of our newer members an opportunity to learn about a committee as well as an opportunity to serve. So please keep that in mind. Okay. And then, so this time frame may vary based on committee and community events occurring during restriction. Okay, at 12:45, our program will begin. 1:15, our program ends. 1:15 to 1:25, a time for Q&A. And then 1:25 to 1:30, president wrap up. 1:30, end the meeting. So this is ideal, and we hope that works out. I mean, sometimes we might be ending early. It all depends on timing. Okay. Okay. Next, before we get into the rest of the slide, I'd like to talk a very important matter of first quarter dues. You all received an email last week giving a breakdown of the first quarter dues, as well as an effort to help with fundraising for the annual fund. We want to explain this once again, just in case someone didn't read the lengthy message. So at this time, I'd like to call upon Dennis to help explain the dues. Dennis, if you can go off of mute.
Yeah, well, I'm off of mute, I hope. So I have went out in today's mail, those about 20 folks who receive a paper invoice, and I'll get an email out to the 80-some, 90 people that we have that will do it by credit card. But we're trying to be as fair as we possibly can. Number one, since we're not meeting at the church and having lunches, there's zero charge for meals for this next quarter. So that's $120 off of everybody's bill. Also, we'll have less expenses during this first quarter than normal. So our dues will go from 120 down to 95. But we still have to pay RI dues, district dues, and we do have some expenses. It's just a guess what we really need. We settled up on $95. If it's less, we'll give a bigger credit next quarter. If it's more, we'll have to add on to next quarter. We're still going to bill $15 a quarter to all members for the Paul Harris Luncheon, and hoping that we can have that in next March. I will tell you that we tried to make a deposit to the Huntington for that event of $1,200, but they are not taking any deposits because it's so unsure about what will happen next March. And if we're unable to have a Paul Harris lunch, all the money that you pay in for that luncheon will be refunded to you. We're still going to bill $63 a quarter, which kind of in round numbers adds up to $250 a year for our Rotary charities. And that is to give you some Motor Classic tickets. So this last year you didn't get any tickets because there was no Motor Classic. But we kept all the money, and all is gone to charities. That really has helped out charities for this year that we're in now. We're going to have about $28,500 from your money being donated to Rotary charities through that bill process. And we'll continue now. Next year, we hope that we'll still keep the money, but hopefully next year we can give you tickets also. Well, I tell you, without that $28,000, charities would really be dead in the water, and all the things that we want to do for, there's a long list of things that we do, and we have a pretty good sized carryover from last year because we underspent. So I think that other than designated gifts, like a big gift to the city or a big gift to the schools, I think charities this next year is going to be just in fine shape, and we can do just about everything that we have done in the past. The last thing, in working with John Jones and the board, we have decided that we will ask each member to do their sustaining membership, their annual membership to RI of $100 this quarter. So for most people, we're putting on their bill $100. But I want to emphasize as clear as I possibly can that this is optional. We've had a couple of people say, no, don't charge me now. I'm going to pay later. We have a number of people that contribute to RI greatly in excess of $100. So we're not billing them $100 because they're going to be paying more if they continue like they have in the past. So when you get your paper bill or you get your email bill, and you don't want to pay the $100 now, just let me know, and I won't charge you. So it's an optional thing. But this, working with John Jones, who's really done a great job of taking over these collections, and we think this will give us a leg up on getting this almost 100% done right at the beginning of the year, so we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the year. So the typical bill would be this year, including the $100, would be $273 for the quarter. That's 95, 15, 163. If we didn't have this thing, the typical bill used to be $318 and did not include the $100. So even with the $100 charge or voluntary contribution to the sustaining membership, your bill is going to be less than it would be if we were back to normal. So if you don't want to do the $100, then your bill would be $173 as opposed to $273. But I think that the plan that the board came up with is a good plan. It gets us, we're being fair to our members. Understanding that some of this is a guess. We don't know exactly what our expenses are going to be. But if they are less, you're going to see less in future bills. So that's a summary of we're going, and starting with Aaron's year, and one of the first things that we do is we get our quarterly bills out. The paper ones are out. We'll be getting in the next day or two, I guess, an email showing what every person would be charged on their credit card. The system that we have where we show the last four numbers of your credit card, and then you take a look and see, okay, towards the end of July is when I will process the credit cards. And if you have any questions or disagreements or want to opt out, anything that you want to do, send me an email or give me a call, and we'll fix up your bill. Because I don't charge anybody's credit card without letting them know in advance. And this is the way we do it, by this email thing. It really works quite well. So again, that's a summary of our quarterly billing situation. I think that it's going to be less, including the $100. It's less than it would normally be. and off we go into a new year. And Aaron, we wish you the very best.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yeah, let me also say thank you to Stephanie for stepping up and chairing this ticket committee, because that's key of us, one, having a successful Motor Classic if we're able to have it next year. We certainly hope we can. But the success of the Motor Classic would give us not only what we as Rotarians kick in charities, but as you know, we, along with the Pasadena Humane Society and the Cancer Support Group Pasadena, we're one of the three major beneficiaries. And we were getting anywhere from $95,000 to $100,000 a year from the Motor Classic, in addition to our ticket sales. So it really put San Marino Rotary Club on the map in terms of doing great things in the community. And we hope that that can continue. But part of the success is getting out and doing those ticket sales. And Stephanie, we thank you very much for heading up that effort. So that's it. I'll answer any questions if there are any.
Does anyone have any questions? I'm going to give a quick.
I do.
Okay, Wayne.
Dennis, now I'm one of the members who contributes $25 a quarter for the annual deal. Now, is that? Am I going to get $100 or am I?
Yeah, I should have mentioned that, Wayne. That's right. Those folks who there are, like yourself, $25 a quarter, which are the 4 quarters that you contribute $100. That, and there are some that contribute more per quarter.
Yeah.
Those who were on the quarterly payment thing, they will continue. They're not going to be, certainly not going to get charged twice. So it's best, unless I made any error, all the people that were paying on the quarterly basis will continue to pay and will not be asked to make that $100 donation now, because over the year you make your $100. It's absolutely fine, and that's in the system to continue.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I've made a short version of this. Let's see if I can, oh, there we go. Can you all see that? Okay, on the left column where it says normal, those are the dues, those are our normal dues. So we have a normal dues of $120 for dues, $120 for meals, $15 for Paul Harris luncheon, $63 for charities fundraising. It's normally $318 a quarter. And this fits for the majority of the membership, not everybody. This is where the majority of the membership lies, including me. Okay, so for the first quarter, we have discounted dues of $95, $0 for meals, $15 for Paul Harris, and hopefully we get to have a Paul Harris next year, $63 for charities, and the $100 Rotary Foundation Sustaining Membership, which again, I want to ensure that everyone knows it's optional. If you do not want to pay that at this time, please let Dennis know as soon as possible. Because we are doing a little, this is a change from what we normally do. We wanted to make sure that the communication was pretty clear in the initial email, and then once again in the meeting, and then it's going to be one more time in Dennis's credit card billing email.
Yeah, okay. Let me just emphasize it, that $100 is optional, and it's only one time. It's just this 1 quarter.
Right.
And when you say that this is what most of the people pay, is true. As you know, in our membership initiatives, if you're under 40, then you pay half of the meals cost. Well, half of zero is still zero. And half those people that, and there are 9 people now. This has really been great that we're attracting younger members to the club. I think we have 9 members that are under 40. They pay half of the dues. Now they pay half of the normal dues, not half of 95. So those 9 people will be charged $60 for the first quarter dues, and then 15 and 63, so, and 100. So that's even less. But that's why we do have some differences where people are paying different amounts because of that membership initiative, which has really worked out well.
Okay, great. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you for putting that up. That's very clear.
Okay. All right. And if you have questions later, we also have a little time for questions after the meeting, or after the presentation, sorry. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Okay. Unfortunately, we did not get to go to attend the Rotary International Convention this past June in Hawaii. I was very much looking forward to going to Hawaii. Normally during this portion of our meeting, I would be sharing a few photos of beautiful Hawaii and a summary of our experience at the convention. So it was not meant to be in the cards this year. So what I thought I would do would be to share some of the awards, accomplishments, and highlights of our club last year. We should all be proud of the work we did, and we thank President Greg for his leadership in getting these things accomplished. Okay, let's begin. And I would like to thank Greg for help with these slides. We won the Gold Award for Unite People, okay? And if anyone has detail on what these awards mean, please feel free to unmute yourself, okay? Greg's on the call, but I'm not sure if he's busy. Okay, and continue going. We won the Gold Award for Take Action. We won the Platinum Bell for Governor's Distinction, okay? The club united and took action in every action of focus. That's amazing, okay? The Rotary International citation with Platinum RI President's Distinction. Also amazing, okay? Number 1 in district for foundation giving, 37,620. That's what we just talked about, giving to the annual fund. So congratulations. Thank you to Denise and thank you to John Jones for making this happen. Thank you for every Rotarian who donated. Thank you so much. Okay. Polio Plus, we raised $1,500.27 from our little piggy bank, and that's that we didn't meet like 3 to 4 months out of the year. So that's a big accomplishment. All right. The Bill Still Mini Grant Committee distributed 40,000 to schools within San Marino. Big accomplishment. Funding approval for the Memorial Garden at the San Marino High School. That project has not taken place yet due to COVID. Okay. Global Grant Scholarship Award awarded to Anna Unger, okay, thanks to Bill Payne. If you haven't, there's a write-up on her in the San Marino Tribune. If you get a chance to take a look at it. She was a 2014 San Marino graduate, was awarded the Global Grant Scholarship. She will study at the Paris Institute of Political Studies starting in September. So congratulations to Anna, and thank you to Bill Payne for his tremendous work with Anna, as well as the past global scholars. So that's a big accomplishment. Okay, international committee projects. Okay, we were approved for the global grant project in Tijuana, Mexico, the Jaime Sabinas Junior High School modernization. Okay, so that will take place hopefully this year, depending on what happens with this virus. We also had a project in the ongoing project of the aquaponics in the village in Cambodia. Okay, we were not able to do the Corazon House Bill due to COVID, but we kind of turned that into something cool, and this is thanks to Isaac, groceries for seniors and families in the Pasadena area, and thank you to those who volunteered on that day. We also had the books for school in Tijuana in conjunction with Rotary Readers. Other projects that were approved but didn't take place due to COVID was our project in Uganda and also Kota Kinabalu. Those projects are on hold, and we're hoping that we can continue those in the coming year. Okay, so yeah, this is a well-run committee and one of the largest in our club. Through global grants from RI, this committee is able to make our donations stretch. So thank you to the International Committee. Okay. Okay, our initial year of participating in RH Star. This netted us about 4,220. So congratulations to Denise and her committee. And this was a joint effort with the Sierra Madre Rotary Club. Okay. All right, I'm going to share some other slides that Greg felt that were some highlights for the club. Okay. A large turnout for the 2019 4th of July parade. A sneak peek at the Barth Athletic Complex. That was nice, and thank you to Dennis for setting that up. Huntington Garden behind the scenes tour was of phase 2, the Chinese Garden with Jim Folson. That was a lot of fun. Thank you again to Dennis. That was an offsite meeting. Annual Plants and Princesses event at the Huntington Garden. Thanks to Jonathan Duong and Tony Chow for putting that together every year. And a final note from Greg is many programs, events, youth trips, and weekly lunches were canceled due to COVID-19. I'm so very proud of our club to shake it off and move forward. We adapted and ended up having a great 4th quarter. Our programs from beginning to end were outstanding. I can't say enough about the caliber of our speakers, Danny's Farm, Mitch Lehman twice, Jim Folsom thrice, Craft Talks, Trudy Strobel, and the list goes on. Okay, great. So those were our past accomplishments. So we did a lot of work last year, despite the challenges. So we should all give ourselves a round of applause. Thumbs up. Okay. All right. I think I'm doing good. When I see Dennis is awake, I'm doing okay. So let's move on. Okay. Moving on. Okay. This year's club board. Our club directors on the left, we have Russ Osmonson, and I misspelled his name. I'm sorry, Russ. Rob Fiedler, Adam Chang, Michelle Cox, Shodi Chow, Lucille Norberg, Sean Chow, Wayne Carter, and Kelvin Lowe. Club officers, Aaron Gill, JP Mangi, President-elect, Paul Broussard, Secretary, and Dennis Neer, Treasurer. Club leaders, immediate past President Greg Johansson, Foundation Chair John Jones, Charities President Mike Dreby, Sergeant at Arms Nora Hoyos. Okay. Next, let's go over some committee chair changes. The four-way speech contest, previously chaired by Ginny, will now be chaired by Ginny, co-chaired by Ginny and Brian Hawthorne. So hopefully we get to have one of those next year, right? Okay, club photo archivist. Okay, this is a newer position, previously chaired by Lynn. He has since moved on, and I took it over for about 6 months. So this is open. If anyone is interested, please let me know. Essentially, the responsibility of this role is to intake photos from our members through our website and archive the photos onto Google Photos, and then create a slideshow on YouTube to be presented on Facebook and on monitors at the meeting room in the church. So if anyone's interested, I can kind of train you on what to do. The work is very sporadic, and it will probably continue to be sporadic during this pandemic. So please let me know. It's pretty easy. Okay, international projects. This committee is now being chaired by Andrew Kindler, previously chaired by JP. As I mentioned before, this committee is one of the largest of our club. We have about 20 members in this committee. They meet monthly and it's very well run. Shodi brought this committee from about 3 people from 2015 to what it is now. So good job for Shodi. And we always have a list of potential projects to work on so that our plate is always full year to year. And basically, that committee usually looks ahead a year or 2 and tries to get projects lined up so that we always have a project to work on. Okay, next. Membership, previously chaired by Ginny. Thank you so much to Ginny. We're grateful to her for maintaining our membership despite the pandemic. Membership will now be chaired by Gilda, who is no stranger to the position, and we're excited to also announce that she is the district membership chair, which is very special. Okay, can you all see that? Okay, mini grants. Okay, the Bill Still mini grants previously held by John Chang, and Sean Chow will now be chaired by John Chang, and thank you to Sean for his work, for all that he's done in the last couple of years. So that's something I guess we are gonna have to kind of figure out how that's gonna work this year. There's a lot of unknowns, right? Okay. Next, programs now being chaired by President-elect JP Mangi. As I mentioned before, this committee is well ahead of schedule and is booking wonderful programs for the year. Okay. The Rotary Foundation, chaired by Denise last year. Thank you so much, Denise, for all the work you did in the last year. Is now beginning to be chaired by John Jones. The committee commences next month for the 2020 and 2021 year. And we hope that we are able to still have our Paula Harris lunch next year. So that is John Jones. Next, Song, Pledge, and Invocation. This is open as well. Last year was chaired by Paul Broussard. Thank you to Paul. This year, we're looking for a new chair. If you're interested in this role, please let me know again. It's a matter of just filling up the meeting calendar with Rotarians that can honor our club with the Song, Pledge, and Invocation. So please send me an email if you're interested in this position. Okay. Youth Leadership, again, previously held by Denise Wadsworth, and will now be headed by Russ Asmonson. Thank you to Denise for who filled this role for many, many years. Thank you, Denise. Okay. RH Star, again, previously chaired by Denise Wadsworth. Yeah, now it's going to be led by Stephanie Johnson. And we'll see what the future brings and how we can are able to participate in that for 2021. Okay. Okay, moving on. We're going to do club goals. Okay. Basically, I came up with 3 simple club goals, and I think they're kind of doable even in the circumstances that we're in. We'll have to see. So it all also is dependent on what happens with the virus throughout our year. And I'm going on with the assumption that we are still going to need to be of service no matter what happens. And so what that looks like, I do not know. But I think that these goals can be accomplished with that in mind. Okay. And here we go. So goal number 1 is more visibility for Rotary within the San Marino community through local service projects. Okay. What are the opportunities for us to help and provide service in San Marino? And I'm going to steal this from District Governor Greg Jones. This pandemic has brought new opportunities, right? So what can we do? In a normal life, the opportunities available in San Marino, we already kind of serve pretty well. We serve somewhat in education, and this, we're very blessed to be associated with a community that is very self-reliant. But now with the current situation we are living in, there's new opportunities. They've become available to us, and we're able to help in new ways. Some may require a little bit of money from our club, and some may require hands-on work. I think the latter would work for us because we don't have much money to spend this year. But where are the opportunities? Okay, there's opportunities with COVID, anything that's COVID related, right? First responders. We were just speaking to Mike yesterday, and he says that there appears to now once again be a shortage of PPE. So is there something we can help with that since they interact with the public so much? Senior citizens, we have been isolated for 4 months. What can we do to help our local senior citizens? So that might be an opportunity. Local businesses, this is a big one. As a small business owner, this is huge. So this is another contingent that's been hard hit by all of this. So how can we help with that? Mental health. We've all heard the stories about how quarantine has affected a lot of people. Is there an opportunity there? So I don't have the answers to this, but please keep your thinking caps on, and let's see how we can help in even a small way. And we can also, do projects that we've done in the past, such as help with the grad night build on a Saturday. I remember 2 years ago, we had about 10 of us go and help do the build. And then I know that Denise has an upcoming project in terms of collecting canned food. We can help and show our faces there. So those are some potential projects, okay? The next goal is collaborate with San Marino service clubs on service projects. So the goal can be related to goal number 1, right? So we have a number of great service organizations in San Marino, such as the Chinese Club, led by our own Tony Chow this year, East Meets West, the Scouts, etc. It would be great to collaborate with these organizations, which should help to accomplish goal number 1. We can use combined efforts to get these things done, as well as create some fellowship, okay? Okay, goal number 3 is more involvement from Rotarians on projects and committees, okay? So I think I heard this, I think this last week, and it could have been Mary Lou, who's on the call right now, is ask people to serve, give them an opportunity to serve. So amen to that. This will be on me. If you chair a committee and need help, please let me know. We will communicate that to our club. If you have an upcoming meeting, please also let me know or announce it that during the announcement segment so that we can give Rotarians an opportunity to serve. If you are newer to our club and want to know about our committees, please reach out to either Gilda, your mentor, or even myself, and we'll be happy to give you more information. It can be daunting and a lot of, overwhelming, the amount of committees that we have and the amount of opportunities to serve, and there's a lot of these really technical names. So as a new Rotarian, it's important that we just kind of explain what each committee does. And if you'd like to see who chairs the committee, you'll also, you can easily find that on DAC-TV, okay? Membership also has a list of chairs. I just provided them. If you need a list, just send me an email and I'd be happy to send the current list, okay? Okay, so moving on. We also have some goals, other goals that we repeat annually, okay? Membership. As of now, we are at 108 members. So our goal will be 118 members. Also, this is very dependent on what happens in the future, right? The annual fund. This was a goal given to us by John Jones. He would like to set a goal of 25,000. This is also dependent on how this whole first quarter billing thing works out, and if we're able to meet in person, how we can try to solicitate funds from people in person. Okay. Polio fund, 1,125, and John also has some ideas about that, and we'll probably connect about how we're going to do that. But that was also something that we were able to do because of meeting in person. So we're going to have to think of some creative ways to give to the polio fund. Okay. Okay. So status of our annual project, and Dennis kind of touched on this earlier. Okay. As you're all aware, our annual revenue for San Marino's charities this year was impacted by the cancellation of the San Marino Motor Classic. Although this has resulted in a major effect to charity's budget, our charity's treasurer, Dennis Neer, charity's board president, Mike Drevey, and charity's board members are working on potentially finding creative solutions to this year's funding. Through moving funds from last year's canceled events, as well as other potential solutions, it appears that we are in potentially better shape than we thought. Therefore, we are hoping that when the charity's board convenes in late summer, that we have more news to share regarding our regularly scheduled projects, grants, and awards. Okay, so smiley face. I think we are in better shape than we thought, and especially me. I thought, no San Marino Motor Classic equals no money, but I think we're going to be okay. And Dennis, it sounds like you want to say something.
I do. First off, Aaron, that was a terrific presentation about where we've been and where we're going. But I just want to take my hat off to Andrew Kindler, who is stepping up and doing the international projects, which has always been such an important part of our activities. But I would like to announce at this moment, I don't know how many of you have ever heard of a palladium maple leaf coin. I never had either. But I have here, well, in this bag I just took out of the bag, I have 10 palladium coins that have been donated to Rotary charities by Andrew Kindler. And believe it or not, these coins are worth close to $2,000 each. So that's about $20,000 when we'll, in the next week or so, try to get these things cashed in. This is all new to me, but it's just a terrific gift to Rotary charities, and it's going to go to help additional international projects that we want to support. So another time I want to put my hat on and take it off to Andrew Kindler for helping out with overall the international projects, but in particular the wonderful gifts that we have here.
You're very kind.
So I just
Thank
wanted to
you.
let everybody know that we have that in process.
Thank you, Dennis. I totally omitted that from the presentation today. Thank you so much for that. And thank you to Andrew so much. Thank you. So we have an extra project to work on this year. Okay. All right. So to conclude, I want to thank every one of you for your faith and your support. I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve you. That's the way I see this position, more of a servant that is at the helm. I always think of this analogy. Our club is a big ship that runs itself, right? The captain of the ship is not the president. The captain of the ship is the spirit of the club. And that has been established by all of you, all of the members since 1939, by the Warren Weavers, by the Ray Cornwells, by all of our veteran membership and our new members. So I'm but a helmsman, that's it. And I need to steer the ship straight and maintain the course for the next person at the helm. So we do so much good in our club. Let's continue to find a way to continue to do good. And let's have a really fun time doing it. Thank you so much for your time today. All right, at this time, I will take questions if anyone has any, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my knowledge. Any questions? I see Bill. You want me to unmute you, Bill? No? I can't unmute him.
Let me see if I can unmute.
Okay.
Right, who did you say had a question?
Bill Payne?
Yeah, I have a question of either Stephanie or Dennis or both. With the rearrangement of the Motor Classic, will Rotary's share adjust and maybe be less, or too early to tell?
The latter. I mean, the Motor Classic right now is scheduled for June of 2021. I mean, the first question is, will there be a Motor Classic? And we're certainly hoping for one. We are out fundraising. We collected about $150,000 in sponsorships for this last one. And we told everybody that had donated that if they wanted a refund, we would honor that, of course, or they could carry it over to next year. And Aaron has another $150,000 in pledges. Now, that's just a pledge. So we hope that we're going to have a successful Motor Classic in 2021. But there are two questions. One, it's always hard to start up an activity after you go dormant for a year. But we've had almost, I think, 6 or 8 requests for refunds of people that had entered cars and a couple of relatively minor sponsorships. Aaron and I have been amazed at the fact that people are sticking with this thing. They're not asking for their money back. And it's just been de minimis about how much money we've had to return. Now, so the number one, to answer your question, number one, is there going to be a Motor Classic? Number two, how successful will it be? And the success of the Motor Classic determines how the net proceeds get distributed to the 3 beneficiaries. And part of what we will get, there has been no determination, no discussion at all whether we will get more or less, because we have no idea what the bottom line is going to be at this time. But I will say that Stephanie and her group stepping forward and getting ticket sales out and more people at the thing will make it be a more successful event. And that will help us. If we don't do a good job, the Motor Classic is going to suffer and we'll suffer some. So there's been no determination, Bill, about the ratio of distributions next year. our main concern next year is that we have a Motor Classic and and it's successful and that there are distributions. I know that doesn't answer your question, but your question is unanswerable.
Thank you, Dennis. Do we have any more questions? I didn't get to read all the chat. I'm not sure if there's any questions in there, but I think, Bill, you have another question? Okay, sorry. Anyone else? Questions?
I think Andrew wanted to ask.
Okay.
Andrew, I've unmuted you. You look like you were about to ask a question.
No, actually, my wife walked in the door and was trying to answer her. So.
Great.
Yeah.
Russ, yes.
Actually, it's more of a plea. So we're starting up the rotoscope again. I put it in the chat. You can send me announcements and information at russosmonson@gmail.com. So if you've got something you want announced, send it to me and I'll get it in there. I'll probably be working on it tomorrow, and then with Chris Datweiler's help, get it posted probably by tomorrow or Saturday. So that'll be a weekly thing. And all I need is information. You send it to me and I'll get it going again.
Thank you so much, Russ.
Question, Aaron.
Yes,
Nicole.
Nicole.
Where does ending racism or working on racism, against racism in the schools, et cetera, fit into our agenda? Because I know that was one of the points that Greg brought up.
Yeah, I mean, that's an opportunity, right, that we, that we can look at, right? So that's one of the things that we can work on in this community, because of what's occurred, on social media or whatnot. How the school district is going to handle that and where we fit in, I don't know, Yazoo. Yeah, I really don't have an answer, but it is an opportunity
Yes.
during this time. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let's do that.
Okay. Thank you, Nicole. Gilda?
I think Denise has a question, and you can go, and I'll go after you, Denise.
Okay, well, Aaron, one of the things that we could do is we could share with our interactors, because we're probably going to be online for first semester this year at our meetings, how we have been, if we're not a person of white privilege, how we've been treated. Because I think our kids need to know that it happens to all of us in some way or another, or how, as a person who's, Native American and white, how we can help them understand what our privilege has really been. And it might be a small group to start with, but that's a small group. You look at how Ethan moved up through the high school in Interact, and that's a small group that we could easily do that. And that would be 20 minutes of our life once a week for one Rotarian to volunteer and do that. Just a thought.
Denise, I would do that with you, Denise.
Thank you. Thank you, Nicole.
Molly?
Denise, I just have a question. And I kind of missed, I'm sorry I didn't hear right from the beginning, but are you saying that you want people to be able to understand by feeling, being empathetic and being in situations which would sort of equal what people of color are going through to be able?
I don't think we can, but I think that if people of color share their experience, I know that my children, and remember 80% of my campus is Asian, my kids go through so many racial slurs. They get attacked all the time. And that's what I think Nicole's talking about also, is that how do we help them, maybe by showing them that we've walked in those shoes as well, or giving them the language. They need the words to know how to either walk away or get help or be supported. And then there's going to be that massive COVID social emotional piece that we could all help with on how to get through this, because we're all going through something.
Thank you. Yeah.
Just an idea on, Denise has done a terrific job on Interact and how to get these people, but they're going to be online. We're going to be on.
Did we lose Dennis? Is it just me or did we lose?
Would there be any observers or vocal observers be as part of our Zoom meetings?
Yeah. I think what he's saying is we can invite them on, but I mean, I guess it'll work out for the summer, right? Yeah. So Denise, if you see opportunities, please let us know and keep us apprised. We do have some time. We don't have an approved charities budget as of yet, but something that can be planned out ahead of time. So thank you. Gilda?
Yep, I just wanted to congratulate you again, Aaron. Super organized. You've set the tone. Thank you, and look forward to your leadership. I am in favor, obviously, of addressing the racial, awareness and helping our community. But also, I think the mental health and recognizing how COVID is impacting from our young to our older and to the middle, everybody. And so I'd like to see some work maybe being done with the high school, the center, forgive me, the name escapes me right now. It's the mental health awareness center. Maybe there are some things that we can do with them, including the Interact Club as well. The other thing that I wanted to ask for, so I'm membership chair this year. We do have 6 members on our group, on our committee, and membership is a huge job. It really, really is. Many of you have been ambassadors, and I hope that you will continue in that capacity. And I hope to recruit all of you to be an ambassador of our club and to grow our membership, but also to serve on the committee. You recognize how important this job is. Given the COVID environment, I actually think it's going to be easier to attract people. I actually believe that. So if you'd like to be a part of that team, part of that core, we'd love you to partner with us. Just reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you. And just to add on to that, we have an opportunity. If you want to just invite your friends, this is an opportunity to come to a Rotary meeting for free, listen to some very dynamic speakers, get your fill of enlightenment over lunch, get to know us as people. And when we start to meet again in person, hopefully that moves on to becoming a member. So please invite your friends. Do we have more questions? Let me just turn the page here. Any more questions? Okay, so with that, thank you all for joining us today. Thank you to Mary Lou for joining us. Thank you to Josie for coming today. We hope that you come next week. Thank you so much to Ethan. Congratulations once again. Hope you're enjoying your summer. Next week, thanks to Bill Payne, our guest speaker is Rotary Peace Fellow Florence Mayer. The week after that, on July 23rd, we have the Rotary Foundation Committee Trustee, Brenda Cressy. So that's a huge VIP and a huge speaker. Also thank you to Bill Payne and Steve Garrett for booking Brenda. And thank you so much for joining us for today's meeting. With that, the July 9th, 2020 meeting of the San Marino Rotary Club of San Marino is adjourned. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you,
Yay,
everybody.
Aaron. Thank you, everybody.
Great job, Aaron.
Great job. Great
Thank you so much.
presentation.
Thank you, Denise.
Great job,
Thank you
buddy.
for the support.
We're just sorry we couldn't stand up and walk out on your first meeting.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Do that when we go live. I'd love to do that.
I thought we don't have that tradition anymore. It's banned
it's
during
still
my
there.
year.
We did it to you.
Well, you tell me the name of the coins that you donated?
Yes, thank you for the coins.
Palladium coins.
Absolutely, Andrew. Outstanding. What a very generous gift, buddy. Thank you.
Pleasure.
What were they called? Palladium what?
Andrew, can you give Russ the official name of the coin so he can put it in our
They're
rotoscope?
called Canadian Maple Leaf 1 ounce palladium coins. I think that's what it says on it pretty much.
Palladium, Russ.
Palladium, yes. P-A-L-L, yeah.
Pretty good with the spelling.
A-D-I-U-M, yeah. Oh, no.
Sorry, I'm messing up the spelling. I don't know. I'm trying.
P-A-L-L-A-D-I-U-M.
Right.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
buddy.
you, Lucille.
Everybody stay safe out there, huh?
Thank you.
She already knows your number anyway, so don't think you're fooling her.
Marie, I love the Dodger Stadium. That worked
Can
out.
someone unmute Lucille for the last few minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Lucille.
sometimes when I touch it, it doesn't, I don't know. How do you?
Can we do unmute everyone and then
Oh, yeah, that's a good
try
idea.
that?
So.
Okay.
You called this last.
What was that?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Can we
What,
hear?
what'd you say, Nicole? I can't hear her.
It's who's
Are we all
gonna press
unmuted?
it? Yeah, it's all unmuted, but how come?
You have to touch your thing and say that you accept being unmuted.
Oh.
So,
Lucille, if you move your cursor all the way to the bottom left corner of your screen, you'll see a little microphone with a slash through it. Click on that. There you go.
There you go.
Hey, there she is.
Cool.
Hi, Lucille.
Hello to all of you. I love each and every one of you, and I feel I've got a family forever.
You're looking beautiful. It's great to see you.
You didn't see me standing up.
Either way, you're lovely.
But
Yep,
you are
amen.
here, and I don't think you have a helper. You did it on your own. That's awesome.
I think we're off to a great start this year again, as we always have good presidents. And I feel good that I sponsored Fong Ho. I sponsored Aaron.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think Aaron has spent a lot of time, and we are ready to support him and help him and Stephanie.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you,
Hear,
Lucille.
hear.
That's very special. Thank you. Thank you.
Good job, Aaron. It's a good
Yeah,
Thank you,
presentation.
Paul.
Start, buddy.
Thank you.
Aaron, great job.
Thank you, Dennis. Thanks for filling in. Oh my God, I needed that. I needed time. I'm glad you talk a little long, but I'm glad you did because I needed to fill some time. Thank you so much.
Oh, good. All right. Be well, everyone.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Be safe.
We still can't hear
Yes.
Nicole. Nicole, are you? No? Can you be on? She's not.
Oh, there she is.
Hi,
No.
Nicole.
No,
Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
It wouldn't let me unmute. I just wanted to say what a great job you did. We're all very proud of you.
Thank you so much, Nicole.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you. We're gonna need your help.
And if Mike Greeley has not left the room, thank you, Mike, for showing me how to work a computer.
And Lucia, we're happy to see you at the meeting. We miss you. We love
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
She's on the board, so
Thank
she's
you,
gonna.
Dennis. Dennis, thank you so much for doing all the work for the
Yes.
meeting. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Aaron, are we bringing back the awards that we missed last year during Greg's year?
Bringing back the awards? What do you mean?
There's a couple awards that we didn't do it during his year because it's not enough time and.
Right.
it's
Okay.
in
Just let me
Zoom,
know.
right?
Yeah.
Like the
yeah,
person of action award and the Bill Steele award.
Who's
Didn't have it.
who's in charge of those? Who's in charge of doing those?
Me.
Oh, both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you send me an email and I'll get JP on the loop to see what's booked. I mean, just let me know. Yeah. And then we'll see what's booked.
Yeah.
Because you just need what, like 10 minutes or how
Yeah,
long?
just 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
So,
I need to have a committee to select the people. So
yeah, I need as much time filler as possible because there's a 20-minute gap in announcements that I like to
Okay.
fill. And yes, we're gonna have announcements and stuff like that. And if I don't have anything to present, I would definitely need people's help with.
Okay, if you go to Steamer Cleaners on Facebook or Instagram, Zoom internationally posted us.
Who's that?
Zoom, like the meeting you're on.
Really?
Yes, so you could just go to Steamer Cleaners on either of them and see it, because We reposted it.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
That'll fill up some meeting time.
Yeah. Very nice.
Steamer cleaner. Okay.